Death, the one truth every mind runs from, yet can never escape. We live as if tomorrow is promised, as if time is a loyal companion, but deep down, we know it isn't. The human mind has a strange relationship with death. We fear it, deny it, disguise it with rituals and distractions. We build religions, philosophies, and even stories, not just to explain death, but to make peace with it. Psychologists call this mortality salience, the awareness that we will die one day. And yet, most of us spend our lives trying not to think about it, because to face death directly is to confront the illusion of control. We chase success, pleasure, validation, not always because we want them, but because they make us feel alive. They remind us that we still matter, that the end isn't here yet. But the irony is, the more we run from death, the more it shapes our every thought. Our fears, our choices, our attachments, they all bloom from the soil of our denial. You see, death is not just the end of a body. It's the silence that waits beneath every heartbeat. And the reason it terrifies us is because it mirrors something deeper. The fear of being forgotten. The fear that our existence, our memories, our pain will fade into nothing. And so we keep running, building identities, chasing meaning, pretending that if we can just matter enough, maybe death will hesitate. But death doesn't chase us. It simply waits, patiently, quietly, until we're ready to see it, not as an enemy, but as a shadow that has always been walking beside us. If you look closely at human life, you'll see that almost everything we do is a rebellion against death. We chase goals, build empires, fall in love, leave legacies. But beneath all of it lies a quiet, trembling truth, that we do these things not just to live, but to outlive ourselves. Psychologists call this the terror management theory, the idea that our deepest desires are shaped by the fear of mortality, that we seek meaning, achievement, and even immortality, because we know somewhere deep inside that our time is borrowed. We crave recognition, because to be remembered is to defeat death even for a moment. We fall in love, because love feels eternal, a promise whispered against the silence of the unknown. We dream, we create, we hope, because creation feels like defiance, like telling the universe, I was here. But here's the paradox. The harder we try to escape death through desire, the more we suffer, because desire has no end. It is a fire that burns brighter with every fear we feed it. We want to be more, to have more, to matter more. And yet, every victory fades, every love changes, every achievement crumbles into time. And so, beneath our ambition, beneath our longing, there is a quiet whisper. What happens when it all ends? That question, unspoken, unbearable, haunts every human being. We hide from it behind laughter, work, dreams, but it remains, like a shadow cast by the light of our own yearning. Perhaps it's not death itself we fear, but the idea that everything we love might vanish into nothing, and that maybe, just maybe, we never learned how to live without the illusion of forever. At some point, the mind grows tired of running. We chase pleasure, meaning, permanence, until we realize that everything we hold is slowly slipping through our fingers. And that's when something shifts. We stop asking how to escape death and begin to ask, how do we live knowing it's inevitable? Acceptance doesn't mean surrendering to despair. It means seeing death for what it truly is, a mirror that reflects the truth of being alive. Because when you look at life through the lens of death, the noise quiets, the trivial fades, and what remains is real. Every laugh becomes sacred, every touch, infinite, every breath, a gift. Philosophers have long said, to remember death is not to fear it, but to awaken to life. The Stoics practiced memento mori, remember that you will die, not as a curse, but as a compass, because when you remember that time is limited, you begin to see what truly matters. You stop performing life and start living it. The truth is, death is not the opposite of life. It is part of it, a silent partner that gives meaning to every moment we take for granted. Without death, there would be no urgency to love, no beauty in endings, no reason to cherish the now. And maybe that's the greatest irony. The thing we fear the most is also what makes us human. So when death finally comes, it doesn't take us by surprise, because we will have already died 1,000 small deaths, of ego, of fear, of illusion, and in doing so, we'll have truly learned to live. In the end, it's not death we conquer, it's the fear of it, and once that fear is gone, what's left is peace. Death is not the enemy, it is the silent companion that walks with us every day. The fear we feel, the ambitions we chase, the love we hold tightly, All of it is shaped by our awareness that life is finite. But when we stop running, when we pause to see mortality not as an end, but as a mirror of life itself, we begin to live differently. We cherish moments we once overlooked. We love more deeply. We forgive more freely. We become fully awake, fully human. So remember this: facing death isn't giving up on life. It's giving life the meaning it deserves.